So if anyone's been following the channel for a while, they might wonder why I didn't breed the goats this season. One reason is that I never got help cleaning out the goat house this year. I offered $35 an hour. I offered $35 an hour to come help me clean out this goat house here. And instead, half the country was ranting and raving about how undocumented migrants are stealing their jobs picking strawberries for 30 cents a day. Well, you know, having all their documents and their welfare and well-being being handled by bosses who threaten to deport them if they, you know, complain about getting their 30 cents a day or whatever they're getting paid under the legal minimum wage, which is already atrocious. So nobody wanted to come help me for $35 an hour clean out the goat house. And yeah, one guy showed up and he lasted about an hour. And then we both felt like we were going to collapse, so I had to stop cleaning out the goat house, so it never got fully cleaned out. I have chronic pain issues and can't possibly clean this thing out myself. And I have zero farm equipment or machinery to actually be a real farm and be able to do basic maintenance like cleaning out the winter goat manure from the house. So that's been unbelievably fucking frustrating. And the other problem is that I've been trying to rehome a bunch of goats that didn't grow to full size. There's 3 right here. The 2 in the front here on the left and the 1 in the back. And no takers on that. A bunch of people act like they're serious and then they don't actually come through with coming up to look at the goats or actually showing up with a trailer to come and take any away to be rehomed. So that's been fun. And I have no hay storage after a decade of asking my family for help having hay storage here. So the greenhouses that I built 2 summers ago got obliterated by pigs last winter. There's a lot of documented footage on that on this channel. And what's to say that story worked out like a nightmare. He got away with getting me charged and sent to court, and never got charged himself for not feeding his pigs, not watering his pigs, not housing them, not fencing them, and letting them come here and destroy all my property. They took out both greenhouses that I made out of cattle panel and 2x4s for frames and greenhouse plastic. They chewed the plastic, they knocked down the supports, and then snow caved in the roofs and destroyed the buildings. And they also destroyed all the hay I was keeping inside one and all the plants and trees I was keeping in the other. So, but obviously I'm totally over it and not unbelievably pissed or anything at the warden who showed up and went after me instead of this guy. But yeah, that's all in other videos. But I have no hay storage is the point I'm trying to get at, other than what's in this little house here. And anybody who has hay storage knows that it's absolutely not smart or ideal to be storing hay inside the same building that your animals are in, because hay is flammable. And as you can see, there is not a lot of space in here. That can maybe hold 10 bales if I'm really, really fucking creative. And yeah. So for the goats to get to a winter, they need, I did it out on paper, they need without being able to rehome at least 4 or 5 of them. 7 would be great. I'd like to go back to just having 4 goats at this point. But takes about between 160 to 200 bales, depending on how cold it is and how much they go through. And I don't have storage for anywhere near that. So I have to either pay to have hay delivered, which means feed store hay, which costs double what it costs from a local farmer, plus a $40 delivery charge for every single week that they come up here, which has to be weekly because I have no hay storage. And that has gotten to be unaffordable to the point where my credit card is maxed out and I can't buy them any more hay right now. So they are completely out of food except for a bag of alpha hay that I have stored in here and have been feeding them over the past 2 days. And you goat people watching know that it's bad to just switch from hay to fermented alfalfa hay all at once with no, slow switch over. Switching a goat's diet up at all really screws them up, so that's fun. And yeah, for the last 4 years, every single goat that has been born on this farm and every baby goat that has been brought to this farm has not grown to full size. And I've had $900 worth of testing and veterinary work done on the herd to try to determine what's going on, with absolutely no answers. They told me to have the hay tested, so I switched up the hay source. Not because I wanted to, but because I don't have a vehicle to go get hay at my regular hay source. And I'm forced to buy it from the feed store, which is a different source of hay, and there's been zero change in the results. So the mystery on that continues. So why continue breeding goats if they're not going to reach full size and I can't keep them and breed them here? It's kind of an absolute disaster. Now, because I cannot afford to have hay delivered weekly, and the driveway's not even cleared, and I have no vehicle, the other problem has been that as of this morning, I have lost another baby goat. So that's the other reason there's not going to be any more goat. I gave her a bucket of alfalfa pellets with some molasses and some warmer last night and a bucket of water. Separated her into a stall with some hay. There was still hay in this inner stall here, and she did not make it. So I am absolutely ready to quit. This place was never set up the way I needed it to be to actually run a farm or to do anything I wanted to do and I had planned out. And I've been stuck here against my will for 10 years trying to move. And I don't see help ever coming, so it's like waiting for the government to fix things, right? Yeah. So if somebody keeps stringing you along and saying that they're willing to help you out, but they don't actually help you out, and, other beings are paying with their lives, it's time to move on, isn't it? I don't have any equipment to bury this goat or the last one that died, so right now they're just under snow. That means I get to relive this grief and all of this shit in the spring. Instead of planting a garden right now, I'm about to have a fucking mental breakdown because this is year 10 that I haven't been able to plant a garden. Year 10 that there's no greenhouse. I'm in zone 4B. I'm not growing shit up here without a greenhouse. It's absolutely fucking impossible, So there really isn't a farm. 10 years waiting to farm.